Hi, everyone. I'm 3 minutes late. I was writing the book and I got lost track of time. So I hope you'll forgive me. Thank you all for being here. Janet, Carol, Viviani, uh, you guys rock. I really appreciate you being here. And this is a channeling I got from Yeshua actually yesterday. And hi, Isabella. So it's a really powerful information. Hi, Rossi's den. So without further ado, I'll begin this transmission. Um, he says, Yeshua says, yes, there is a message that I would like to share with you all. Today is July 11th, 2023. This is a gateway of epic magnitude, another gateway for you. Another opportunity for you to achieve a level of balance and a level of harmony and a level of peace not yet ascertained in this now moment. So, just so you know, like this is like going to last like a couple of weeks, this energetic gateway. So, don't even worry about it. So, this is not too late. So, go ahead and do whatever you can do in this gateway. So that's me speaking. So I'll continue with his message. So I would ask you to spend some time releasing old thought forms, old energies that no longer serve you, and allowing in this new information, new codes of light, new mapping for your body. This will enable you to go forward and build on the next transmissions that are coming. So, in order for you to fully integrate your next or each step, in order for you to fully integrate each step, layer upon layer of information, like reading a book and you have to go through the chapters, this is one of those chapters. So, as you allow this in and it activates and updates, much like your phones update occasionally with new coded information. This is the same kind of thing, allowing you to receive the next coded information, or you can liken it to your computers that need updates. And sometimes you have to hit complete the update before you can go on to the newer update. It's that analogy. So, open to receive the 711 gateway. It's filled with angelic harmony, peace, and love. It is creating more of your light body. It is your DNA structure shifting. There is no more junk DNA. So, this is DNA that is becoming fully activated and utilized within each human form. Even that human that has not reached the awakening fully yet, they will at their own timing, as it is perfect for them, per their divine plan. So, as we move forward, I want you to know that it's important for you to release every day as all these new energy codes are coming in. The conscious allowing of the codes is an important factor, and I know there have been other messages brought forward by my co creators expressing that very point. So refer back to those. Today, I wish to share that as you commune together, be kind to each other and do not judge each other. Someone is always going to resonate and a little differently than you. Their frequency might be a little different than you might, and you might not resonate completely, and that is fine. Do not criticize it, for that criticism falls on you. It creates dissident energies within you. So this is why you don't need to spend time verbalizing if you are not attracted to a particular energy. That's fine. You don't need to talk about it or complain about it. Rather, just go forward with your day knowing full well that everyone shines Source's light the way that they can at the time. And when you go about your life this way, in non judgment, you live in a grace filled life with nothing being attracted into your awareness that is not divine source, pure and simple. So everything is divine source, but he's talking about that whole, the whole of divine source, which is that love shining. I hope that this makes sense to all of you, and it is a lesson we've taught before and coming through other masters' messages. It bears repeating that it's best to open your heart to accept all in all levels and all perspectives of awareness. Everyone is at different levels along the way, each of them. So honor each person's path. Honor what they bring. Honor what they give to humanity no matter what. It is also a message about polarity, yin and yang, and being neutral, the observer. So, between the polar points of positive and negative is the middle, the observer. The minute you choose a side, a point, a direction, you become polarized. This and that and this. And he chuckled a little. So, in order not to be polarized here in this earth world, it is best to remain neutral and be the observer. Being the observer allows you to move freely with divine grace, where you aren't attracting things that you are not interested in bringing forward. Because the more you have judged something by choosing one thing or another, the more you attract the opposite. So we would say to you, although people think making a choice, going to the light, is a choice of going to the light versus going to the dark, we would say to you that being the observer and being in the light isn't a choice, it's your resonance. You're attracted, and that is what you do. It's not a story you make up, the mind script story about this and that, yin and yang. That's what he's saying. So you haven't sat down and made a choice and said, I'm just the light. Every um, everything is contained within us, every single thing. When you are polarized, you're discounting a part of you. If you can imagine the whole containing the light and the dark, the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, it's the whole. So if you choose to be the observer, you are not rejecting a part of yourself, and that you can live in the beautiful light without naming it and labeling it. You could stay as an observer, and that is what we wish to bring forward today. That is the message that we wish to share with you. It's an important message, and we thank you for listening. It's something that we consider a major teaching point, that if you gain this one lesson, you have made leaps and bounds toward your awakening and enlightenment. So, with the deepest love and respect for you all, this is Yeshua, end of transmission. So, he's always giving us stuff to work on. Yeah. My gosh. Oh, man. We all need to hear that message, right? Yeah, warrior girl. Oh, Gina, just watch it. Hi. You can just watch it in the replay. Hi, Spirit Watcher Suzanne. Uh, I'll just go down the list and say hi to everyone again. I appreciate you guys being here so much. It really is, makes it so much more enjoyable when I have that energy of you all with me. Janet, Carol, Viviani, um, Isabella, Rossi's Den, and Suzanne, Rose Blue, Sweet Angel Tarot, hi. Um, and I don't know, did I say Isabella already? Um, Gosh, Gina, you guys rock. Oh, Jules Niner, Warringer Girl. Oh, don't worry about it, Jules Niner. You can always hit it on the replay. I'm glad you made it to the chat here. And yeah, his message is a really powerful one that I think, um, yeah, I've got to really digest it and pay more attention to it because, I mean, it's really hard to stay out of this dialectic thinking, this duality, because it's been the Earth School for so many years. We just naturally gravitate to I like this or I don't like that. Somehow we have to disengage ourselves from making judgments about things and judgments about people. And somehow, if we stay neutral with whatever life is bringing us, somehow we're in grace and we can just flow. So, and more grace and beautiful things flow to us if you look at back through all the different teachings. So, what is meant by the observer? The observer in the light, the observer is just someone who doesn't make a story up about something. It's that simple. You're not this physical body, you're a spiritual being. You are down, projecting down into your avatar, and you're here to view it, to experience it. But the minute you step into we'll call it the reptilian brain, for lack of a better word, when you step into that 3D brain and you start thinking and you start making boxes for people and you start labeling, you pull yourself out of that divine place of being that spiritual being who's here in your vehicle to observe. That's where you have to pull yourself back. When you get triggered or when you start to go into judgment, it's not the spiritual being who is projecting down here. It's that ego part of you that you really, yeah, be neutral. You want to, yeah, you don't want to resist the dark. No, there isn't any resistance because you are the dark and the light. You are the yin and the yang. You are all these things are a mirror of you, meaning that there is no good and bad in the bigger spiritual teaching. It's hard to frame it in this small window of context to say that everything down here is an illusion in the earth world, to kind of like the stage that Shakespeare talked about, and we're all players on the stage. So, in fact, everything you're seeing is an illusionary act to get us to understand something, to get a reaction in some way. But in today's world, there are a lot of things that people have put out there, advertisements, things to entice you, clickbait, things to make you upset, things to get you agitated. All these things are things to trap you in 3D. It's not something that you, as this connected spiritual being, um, would want to go into your ego mind and process any of that, because that's taking you away from that source connection, that prime light connection. So if that even makes sense, it's kind of it's paradoxical in some places here because we're in 3D Earth School. So it's, yeah, and warrior girl, he, she, it, them, it's spiritual energy. And we are neither he, she, whatever. We are just spiritual beings. So it's an energy. We come in as men, we come in as women. We don't have that kind of identity. It's just something, yeah, it's like the Matrix, yeah, it's similar to that, and but we planned it. It's not like somebody is running the show for us. Well, there's a debate about that, but I believe that everything is for a purpose and that we came down here to discover more about ourselves. And this, our light bodies are sexless. Yeah, because we have no sex. It isn't about that identity. That isn't who we are. We're pure spiritual energy. This source energy, this all powerful source energy that came down into this body doesn't have, um, you know, a polarizing yin or yang. It doesn't have any of that. It's whole. So yeah, let's not get personal, Sally. Oh, that's funny. Uh, yeah, and Sally, oh, Spirit Watcher Suzanne, yeah, you're saying that it seems that lately almost everyone I come across are spiritual. Well, that's the thing. It's resonance energy. And whatever you're resonating, that is usually what comes before you. You know how sometimes you have things in your mind and you're thinking about, then a whole bunch of things like that come in front of you. Well, if you're resonating a frequency of a higher vibration, people are going to come in front of you and in your community, and you're going to meet people that resonate with that energy. It's like a magnet. So, in the same vein, it happens if you resonate at a lower frequency. So, yeah. Um, Uh, and that's a good question, Sweet Angel Tarot. Do we need to release negativity before we get new energy? If we call it negativity, we're making a polar judgment on it. Let's just say we're releasing the old patterns, old 3D thought forms. In fact, this is what I say. I say in my meditation, you don't have to meditate to do it, but I surround yourself with a violet flame, and I say, I am releasing all old thought forms, all old patterns, ideas, um, in all 3D structures in my body, mind, and spirit in this lifetime and all ancestral lineage and all lifetimes for the highest good of me and the highest good of mankind. I release this and I just blow out a big, breath, and I just picture that being, taken up in the violet flame and being transmuted. Um, it's like that. So without even labeling, positive or negative, you're just letting go of old stuff. So if that makes any sense. Uh, yeah, you integrate. You're just integrating. And the only reason you're letting go of stuff is because we tend to kind of clog up if we don't move the energy. You could dance and you'd be releasing. If you moved your body, it would release old energy and you could accept more and more readily. It's just a way to shift and move the energies up through your body in your physical form. Um, that's your object of doing that. So you could either use the violet flame, you could put on some music and dance, you could take a walk in the park or forest. Yeah, all of those. Yeah, Isabella, if you're an empath, you really need to be releasing because you're taking a lot of other people's stuff in. Yeah, yeah. Good, Sweet Angel Tarot. Good. Okay. I'm glad that helped you. And yeah, So anyway, you guys, I have a show. I've got to get going. I'm Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. So I hope you'll tune in for that in about 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes. And has anyone ever charged crystals by charging them on the earth? I haven't done that, but that is an excellent, excellent thing to do, because I'm going to tell you right now, one thing I do when I meditate is I connect and ground to Mother Earth, and I find that I can also connect to the fairy realms and the elemental kingdom, rather. And I just get this unbelievable, it's like a green healing energy. And I feel so grounded into Mother Earth. So you're getting that. If you put your crystal on the ground with that intention, and maybe even you talk to the fairy realms or the elemental kingdom to help charge your crystal, you're going to get some amazing charge on that. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I like that. Anyway, thanks you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you um, listening to. Yeah, they come from the ground. I really appreciate you. you guys. You guys are full of good ideas. I love you guys so much, and it does my heart good that you're here with me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It means a lot to me. I love you all, and I hope to see you on Sisters. See you. Bye bye.